Oh, fuck, man.
Right.
Hey, you say that like you're not about to play Legacy.
Legacy is actually pretty focused right now because she's gonna be coming in with a whole bunch of questions and also a very hurt boyfriend.
Yeah.
I meant more in general, but yeah.
At the moment, she's very focused.
Last time, you guys were in your aerial vehicle flying up and away from Tetsuo HQ.
Yeah,
Out
by the
the
way,
window.
since when has Jay's not... When the fuck... What do you get an AV?
You asked him for an escape vehicle, so he got the best escape vehicle he could get his hands on.
You dropped this,
Got
King.
connections.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
just
it's
don't
personal.
ask how he gets his hands on anything.
Yeah.
Because we don't really want to know. We just know that he gets his hands on shit.
And you guys filled it to capacity, literally like to the brim with people, and also by virtue of weight because of Lindis taking up the weight of 2.
Larry no longer hovering.
But where are you all headed? Because as you are flying over, like you can see from your from the windows in this AV, which it's kind of like an SUV. It's an aerial SUV in a manner of speaking. You can scramble over to the window and look out, and you can see that the actual concert itself has turned into like a full-blown street like riot. There's smoke and tear gas grenades. There are fires in certain like pockets of people. There's a march of police in different directions and different corners of the city. It is like it almost looks like a war zone. It has gotten completely off the rails. And there are other aerial vehicles, some of which are like police and others which are like federal station security.
The where to is up to Lockhart and Kaya because Legacy has detached to try and get out of the machine.
Ultimate escape. Fuck. Did we ever make a rendezvous plan? Other than, I feel like half of us didn't expect to live through this.
My understanding was that you guys would reconvene at Ben Yeti's.
We can't take Lindis there.
Yeah, we can't take Lindis
there. The original plans we had got fucked
up
because of Lindis.
Yep. We're not expecting Lindis. So, I feel like there's only one place we can take her, and that's to the apartment, because that's the only place that she was already aware of. Because she doesn't know about anything else. She left before we even got to Bitterdart. Or quote-unquote left. She died.
So you guys are going to the apartment?
I have a question before we do that.
Yeah.
And this might just be me overthinking. But is there going to be an issue if we land an AV at the apartment?
No. You would just land it and park it like any other car.
Okay.
Maybe down the road a bit.
It is distinctly easier to park parallel.
Well, there is another option. Well, it depends on if he still technically has it. She does know about Velosko's old place.
Yeah. You could go there.
True.
In Seishan Ward.
He kind of just abandoned it, right?
Yep.
Didn't he was arm it though or some shit?
He like locked it.
He locked it and rigged an explosive to it in case people tried to break in. Which he was assuming that like his whole situation was blown up and no one would be and it was like compromised.
Would
But you could go back there to see.
it have been possible to know if it was blown up already?
No. There's been no reports of any explosions in the news. if you
Fair
were to
enough.
just quickly glance. But
Mhm.
the news right now is hard to parse because everything is about what's going on right now.
Yeah. Could we also, like, any word from all the people that are on the ground?
Who specifically?
Calamity and Rat, I imagine.
Yeah. And
First
then there's also
priorities.
Bastion. Second priority.
No word. If you were to reach out to them,
Mm-hmm.
you could get word from Bastion and Rat.
Mm-hmm.
Bastion is in and amongst a crowd of people. You don't know where, and Bastion can't really communicate where because he's kind of in a like tumultuous just crowd of people. But you can see that there are smoke lines and everything going up behind him, and people all to his right and to his left crammed in. The impression is that he is somewhere where there's a lot of action happening, but then again, there's a lot of action happening all over. Rat is in a different location. Rat appears to be in a bunker of some kind, some underground area, and is repairing things and helping people who are coming down there to rearm themselves with any sort of tools or gadgetry. Like those, I don't know if you remember, but these spray paint guns.
Yeah.
Stuff like that. Gizmos like that. Improvised like smoke grenades and stuff like that. Any sort of combative gear, Rat is helping with repairing, as well as like occasionally patching up helmets to keep people from falling over. Not patching up people, just patching up the hardware that it is keeping them upright.
And Calamity?
There's no word from Calamity.
Oh shit. I would assume those two would be together. I would assume Chains would be limped on with Bastion. Veloska's with us, so Sprite. All the hackers are remote.
And like, as you guys are in this AV flying over the scene of Voyager Ward, like looking at the chaos below and realizing like all of what you have done is only one part of all of what's happening. It is a very important part, but there's still all of this stuff that is happening in and around your all role in this. It is part of a wave. Yeah, and it is like there's so much happening, and you could keep going if you wanted, depending on what you want to do. It is 100% up to you guys.
We didn't really think if there was anything else we could help out with. Right? Like, our job was just the tower.
Yeah. And I don't know, honestly, I don't know if we're in any shape to help out.
Yeah, every single one of you is fucked up.
Except Lockhart. Lockhart's fucking fine.
Veloska would comment that, like, giving everyone a quick once-over to make sure that they're still in one piece. And starting with Lockhart first, seeing that Lockhart is mostly okay, bumps and scratches. And
critical injuries. That's...
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I forgot.
Like,
she's not okay.
There's a noticeable absent amount of, like, just wounds in general. And that is, like, Veloska would kind of be taken aback by that. Just like give you a once over and just, this is change of pace.
You
Yeah,
didn't
that's
get
what I'm
picked up for
saying.
once.
Where are the bullet wounds?
I had help. She is doing the tsundere thing and not really looking at him, but looks over to Kaya and Marcus and, well, everyone else. They check on them. They're the more injured ones.
Surprise, surprise. You get less fucked up when you have people helping you out.
Crazy.
Yeah, Kai's just gonna gesture to Marcus of like, this one.
Yeah, he slides over and goes to Marcus. And like his movement is enough to kind of make the ship move a little bit because Veloska is a big dude.
Mm-hmm.
So as the ship kind of rocks, JJ from the pilot seat is just like, hey, easy. And where am I going? Where am I going to put this thing down at?
Well, nope.
Oh.
Right?
Go ahead.
No.
I was gonna say, Veloska, was there any news about your office?
He looks up, and there is a look of like, I can't describe it well. Disgruntled is the best descriptor I have. This disgruntled look is just he looks at you and just goes, why?
Linda's is passed out, right?
Yeah, she's completely unconscious.
We can't take our new companion to the other. So we need someone else to at least do the checkup.
Somewhere she already knows. Make sure you point that out.
Yes. Someone she already knows.
He narrows his eyes a little bit and shakes his head. I do not keep tabs on a place after it falls apart. I have no idea.
Nod. Are you going to be comfortable bringing her to your place? Looking at Kaya.
Well, we don't really have all that many options.
Make a decision.
We don't have to take him if you prefer not.
Speak a little bit louder, please.
Yeah, what'd you say?
We don't have to take her there if you prefer not to. It's up to
Fine.
you.
Alright. Fucking. Well, we're in an AV. This is the fastest way to move around, right?
Yep.
Yeah, this guy just runs a fucking hand through her hair. Well, fucking think we can try and swing by Luska's old place? See if it's still standing? And if not, then we can just go to the apartment?
We'll raise an eyebrow at Veloska.
Veloska is tending to Marcus, and he meets your gaze and looks over to Valerie, and then looks over to Kaya, and then just at Lindis, and then starts and then turns back to Marcus and just goes, He's fine with me. We can check.
Cool.
So you guys are heading to Seishan Ward?
She's
Yep.
Seishan Ward.
Station Ward, messaging Legacy, where we're going, what we're doing.
I was about to say, somebody better
Yeah.
freaking tell Legacy.
Yeah, once that's settled, Kai just slumps in her chair and just takes one deep breath, pulls out her phone.
Now I will tell you,
Oh.
it is going to take Legacy hours to get there.
Yeah, video call.
All right, fair enough. It takes about an hour to get from one ward to the next. And Seishan you have to go to the connector point to drive over if you're going by car. So you have to go from Amal to Mariposa to Adams to Voyager over to Seishan Ward.
You're forgetting something.
What?
We have an AV.
You want to go swing by and pick her up?
We can't fit everybody into the AV.
No. Drop us off and pick up Legacy.
JJ a taxi driver now?
Yes. Yes, he is.
Is gonna you can I'll tell you he'll do that. He's gonna be upset about it, but he'll do it.
I mean, most of the first bit's gonna be checking to make sure everyone's healed up anyways.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
So
And I will be real with you. Neither Maxine nor Bengetti can drive. Cosmic can drive.
But I feel like
Yeah,
Cosmic
that
doesn't
makes
have a
sense.
car.
Cosmic does not have a car. He does public transport.
What do I feel like Bengetti and Maxine are the opposite, where I feel like one of them has a car but they don't drive it?
It would be Maxine.
It's
Maxine
me,
has
yeah,
a car.
Maxine.
She has a company car.
She doesn't have a license though.
See, it's the perfect
It's
like
been
2-and-2
revoked.
pairing because Bengetti and Maxine don't have licenses. Both Legacy and Cosmic do, but they don't have cars and don't drive.
They just issued a company car because they were assumed to have licenses because they're smart scientists.
I still think for some reason Maxine's license is revoked.
Oh my god.
Maybe. You could ask her.
The fucking octopi things took over one time. But I'm down to have JJ ferry over. We'll bribe him with something. Make him another steak or something.
Okay. So you're all heading to Seishan Ward.
Mm-hmm.
It takes about half the time to get to a ward by air than it does by land. Because there is air traffic, but it's way lower. And by virtue of it being in the air, the actual air traffic lanes are you can stack them. You have more space. You have literally just more space, and you can drive straight to a location. So it takes way less time.
Don't you mean traffic is higher? Because it's in the air? Ha ha ha.
Yes. But you start heading over to Seishan, and you inform Legacy of this. Legacy, so you were wired in through a robot, speaking through it for a bit, and then you unplugged, and once everyone was getting into the AV, and once you got to that point, were you just unplugging all the way?
More or less, because I know she talked to Cosmic very briefly as they were pulling out from the robot, and then told him that to let Bengetti and Maxine know that she was going to be coming out shortly. But she did want to throw a flag in the air for like the hackers of like, okay, like exit as you can.
Mm-hmm. I was gonna ask about them next. Yeah, so like
before she left.
Mm-hmm. So as you are like basically sending up the flare to tell them to scram, there's the Tetsuo has had their system like gutted from the inside and out by virtue of all of the attacks and coordinated assault. And I should tell you, it's not just the Round Table Boys and Hijack. It is like a whole like board of posters and like aficionados and whatever hacker aficionados and like script kiddies and every level of hacker has from like all different walks of life have participated in this, either because they believe in what you were doing or they just wanted to see if they could, and for every reason in between. So there are a lot of people. You can't rightly guess how many are involved, but it is easily in the hundreds. Like your online clout goes a long way. And I'd like just throwing up the flare and telling everyone to scram. There's no way to, it's not like a Discord call where you can hear them log off per se, but the general status of the servers that you are kind of tapped into, Tetsuo was markedly putting up a fight for all of the in-between levels, but like rather than the executive suite and the lower levels, all of the in-between areas were being constantly assaulted. And had you been rolling any sort of checks in there, you would have seen that it would have been like a struggle with their network defense team. But you kind of just didn't need to do that. So the network defense team had been kind of trying to keep it in control, but mostly failing. But as you give that signal, the system starts to lock up very quickly. Minus the few little locations you have bored special holes in, the network of the building locks up pretty tightly.
I will say she probably beforehand, as like one final like little thing she would have tried to do with the hackers, because we have Longview helping with the Riot stuff outside.
Mm-hmm.
Have told the hackers that she is in more direct contact with, or even if there was like one or two that reached out to her, that like, hey, when like the signal goes up of like back off, like essentially give them a way to contact Longview so that if he wanted help, then they could hook up with him.
Okay.
For the like outside stuff to help with, you know, the riot and everything, rather than the attack on the system itself.
Gotcha.
But only a handful, not nearly the ones that she just threw against Tetsuo.
Okay. So your words go out to the Round Table Boys, which it disseminates out from them. The message is scram if you want. If you're still hungry for blood, go talk to Longview. And then a lot of the resounding messages, which you can see in part of, are just like, holy shit, Longview's here? They're involved in this? How? Is every legendary hacker just tapped into this bullshit right now as well? But they will accept any and all help that they can get, because there are police force members who are effectively net runners, who do network stuff as a part of their like control procedures. And Longview has been keeping them busy for the most part. But it certainly helps to have extra hands on deck. So there is a mass scram amscray of everyone, and then some will divert to go out and help with the chaos below. And after that, you are free to log out. You're just kind of in this robot, still present, still in time with the real world, which is very strange that you're like fully synced up, and you're still standing in the actual penthouse office until you are ready to leave.
Yeah, once the signal goes up, she's logging out. She's fucking off because she also knows that there's a whole bunch of conversation to be had. And she also doesn't know if and how much her body might have been fucked up by this very heavy work.
Mm-hmm. Then as you effectively log out and pull the plug on your own digital consciousness for a moment, I just imagine this camera shot of like the window open above the chaos down below and panning out as the security drone just stands there, and then it logs out and just crumples to the ground, completely uninhabited by even its automatic protocols now. Just the room left in ruin. And Legacy, you wake up even before the rest of the crew have decided a location to go. You wake up right away. And the cooldown procedure is only partway in the process of happening, but you wake up as soon as you are logged out, rather than having this time delay where you are kind of stuck in limbo waiting for it to log out. And you wake up and like I said, with the cooldown process, you wake up, you are drenched, just fucking coated in sweat. It feels like you ran a marathon. You are fatigued, bodily fatigued, like your abs are sore, and you imagine you've been probably like gasping for breath at certain points. But you are caked in a thin layer of sweat, and this machine is piping hot all around you. But as you wake up, you can see both Maxine and Maxine and Ben-Getty hovering right in front of you.
I imagine there is, like, she wakes up, she blinks, she sees both of them, she sees both of their mouths open, and she's like, water first.
Maxine,
and the
like,
towel.
scrambles backwards. You hear the, like, tunk, 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 as she, like, moves backwards and Doc Ock style scrambles over and starts rummaging around to grab a water bottle. Cosmic, in this interim, like, gets up from his little battle station, which you can see he has set up his own little computer battle station, where he's pointed towards the door with his laptop opened up. And he has his gun sitting next to his mouse just in case, looking at the entrance to Ben-Getty's little laboratory setup. But he stands up and scrambles over and he just goes, "Hey, are you good?" Like scrambling over some cables and some boxes.
Oh, I want to sleep for a week, but she just like lifts a hand. No nosebleed, right?
There's no nosebleed, but there's a smell of like a coppery smell, like your nose was bleeding, but it was wiped off.
She's like checks her fingers, kind of blinks, sniffs, makes a face. Oh, I don't know about the butt. I probably am just gonna sleep for a week.
You just hear Ben-Getty, who's still kind of hovering a little close to your face. He just goes, "How did you get up so fast? I don't know how you did that. It takes like 30 minutes to snap back into it. But you're just done. You're just out." Like, I watched it happen on the monitor, and he like gestures to a monitor that's slightly out of view.
And she just kind of like glances towards the monitor and starts to sit up and shakes her head. Fuck if I know. I mean, maybe because I was logged into a robot, it read differently.
Did you break something? You didn't break the machine, did you? Or fix it? Maybe you fixed it. He like leans back and starts to mess with some part of the side of the chair and the paneling to it. Maxine comes back. Maxine has like a hanky, like a little hanky that she has been repeatedly using, as it has smears of blood on it. And she has a fresh towel and a big like liter water bottle. She like hands you both the towel and the water bottle. And she like hovers around and just goes, "Oh, is your nose okay?"
She's she gives a one-shouldered shrug, starts to down the water bottle. When she has to stop to take a breath, she's well, it's not hurting, so yeah.
It got really intense for a minute there, and I was really worried, and I thought we might have to pull you out, but Cosmic holds up a hand and just goes, "But we knew you'd have it. Probably."
Well, there's a small smile and a little nod. Well, thank all of you for keeping an eye on me. Pretty sure that I was going to have to jump out a few times myself.
Cosmic looks a little awkward for a second and just kind of fumbles with his fingers. And you can tell that something's on his mind, but he doesn't want to say right away. Maxine will take the hanky and flip it inside out and just start dabbing sweat off of you in little ways, kind of like a mother.
I think Legacy is too tired to protest. She just kind of tilts her head towards Cosmic. There's something knocking about in that head. What's going on?
He's a little surprised and just goes, could we go see Lindis? It's really her, right?
An immediate grimace. And Legacy just averts her gaze, just kind of stares at the wall for a second. Before there's another shrug. I don't know. It looks like her, and it sounds like her, and some of what is her is still there. But she clearly didn't remember quite a few things.
Like, too cute.
Legacy nods. I guess it's up to you as to whether or not you want to visit her.
There's no hesitation. There's no hesitation. You can see it in his frame. Like, he just kind of straightens up immediately and just nods once and then nods again. I want to see her. It might not be the Lindis that I remember, but it's a Lindis. Kinda.
Legacy nods. Joe, check your work thing.
Yeah. I'm gonna go check my work thing now.
Got the gun out.
Like Cosmic.
Exactly.
Seeing all of these like messages pop up of like check the work thing, check the work thing. It's like fucking check it before I get more messages. It's a little concerning that Legacy just popped up.
Yep. What's that scene? What's that line from Mulan? Popping out of the ground like daisies.
Mm-hmm.
It's like,
Concern.
Yep. Ah, man. I need to exercise patience.
For what?
You okay, Z?
I'm laughing at you.
Oh.
Oh. Okay,
You good, Joe?
I'm good.
Work thing good?
It seems to be good.
Would you like a secondary reminder for something?
No, it should be all right.
Okay.
I turned everything back on, and there was nothing clogging up the server, so it should be okay. I'm going to ignore it now.
Okay.
And if it's not okay, that's for tomorrow, Joe.
If they ask questions, you just lie and say, well, I went to bed afterwards, so I couldn't check it.
Mm-hmm.
But if Cosmic is like immediately like, I want to go see her, Legacy just kind of nods. And is Spaghetti still fucking around with his machine?
Yeah, he's still like banging around the side paneling, doing something, trying to figure out what you did that made you pop out so quickly.
Built different.
She just kind of like looks at Bengetti and gives his arm a little pat so that she knows that he is paying semi-attention before she starts to try and scramble out of the machine without burning herself. Well, if we have Lindis with them, that means they are not coming here. Because I think Lockhart would sooner toss her out of the AV. So we are going to them somewhere.
Cosmic just gets kind of like a look of concern on his face, and then nods, understanding like, okay, Lockhart wouldn't do that, would she? But he doesn't ask it. He knows better than to ask. And Bengetti like pops back up and just goes, I can't figure out what you did, but I think it's still working. It's still good. I just don't understand what you did to make it work better than it was working before.
Imagine Legacy is like on her feet stretching, but then also immediately like leaning on a table. So she does not have to stand after she stretches. Just kind of looks at Bengetti and shrugs. What can I say? I have skills.
He opens his mouth. And you can see, you get the sense that he was about to unload a shotgun blast of smarm.
There's
He
an
puts a lid on it.
immediately kind of smirk at the open mouth.
He closes his mouth and opens his mouth again, then closes his mouth. And Maxine and Cosmic are watching him, and then he just... You're very capable. And then he ducks back behind the machine and starts to futz with it some more.
Aw, Bengetti.
Maxine and Cosmic look at each other and just kind of shrug.
Legacy will look at them, still smirking. He's learning.
There's a moment where Maxine starts to fuss, and then just as she starts to fuss over you a little bit more, like dusting off more sweat, making sure your nose isn't bleeding anymore, you get a blip on your phone, I assume, as everyone is coordinating. We're going here.
Lacey will do the calculations in her head, like, okay, they're going there. They're sending JJ back. I have this long. She just kind of looks between, she gives a little nod and looks between Maxine and Bengetti. Anything important that I need to know on your end?
Maxine and Bengetti both like blink and look at each other and go and just say, I want to debrief you on how it was. Like, what did it look like? Was it cool? Did you see any programs? Do you see programs, or are they just like blocks of code? I don't know what it looks like. And Maxine just shakes her head. No, I'm good. Should we come with you? You are kind of... She just gestures to you.
Yeah. Legacy is still like leaning against the table, just like shakes her head at Maxine and then like lists off on her fingers towards Bengetti. Like, it's different depending on where you are. Yes, I do see codes. I think it depends on how I picture them, because it depends on how I picture myself when I pop up, because yes, I did pop up somewhere. No, I'm not answering any more questions. I am going to take a shower before JJ shows up here. She turns very promptly, puts both hands on Cosmic's shoulders. You are in charge. Oh, come tell me if the station is catching on fire and we are crashing.
Cosmic blinks and nods. He gets a little red in the cheeks of like, oh, I'm in charge now. But he nods and takes the responsibility in stride.
And Lacey is going to the closest shower. She doesn't care whether it's the guest shower or Bengetti's shower.
Yep. The closest shower you can find is Bengetti's shower. It has boy smell, and there's just shampoo conditioner combined.
Better than nothing.
Yeah, it's a 3-in-1. A 3-in-1, like Gillette Hyper Mask Techno Man scent of whatever garbage it whatever vibe.
First commercial he saw on his way here.
Yeah. There's Bengetti clearly has more questions, but is respecting your desire for a break. Maxine and him get to like examining the machine because now they want to know what fucking changed. But you are free to decompress after the hack spree. And we'll smash cut back over to the other crew as you are landing in Seishan Ward, outside of a place that it has been... Oh, it's been a long time since you've been here.
Almost a year.
Uh-huh. So who is checking the door?
I
You're gonna
would.
let Veloska check it?
I'd assume
No.
Kaya and/or Veloska.
Does Veloska now know how to like unrig the door?
Yeah, like, does he have a way to disarm it? Or what type of bomb is it? Could we get in through a different way? Potentially.
There's no windows.
Fucking bunker.
So, yeah, it's really like an under, like a below ground bunker. But the door is still there. Even the neon sign is still there.
Is it still lit?
No, it's not lit anymore.
Oh,
Remember, he
Just
smashed it
leave
on
it
his way
open.
out.
yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah, Doctor is
He
out.
wanted to be the one to do it.
Deuces.
Mm-hmm.
Smashed it with a shotgun.
Uh-huh. Yeah, what is the bomb? What's the explosive? We need details. Veloska.
Veloska would explain that it is a tripwire bomb, such that when you open the door, when you slide it, it should effectively like pull the pin on the explosive to detonate it. So it would catch someone who's not expecting it off guard.
Mm-hmm.
But it doesn't look exploded, so it might still be there.
Okay. Fucking break out the tools. And have Kaya try and disarm this thing.
Okay. So I'm going to need from you a mechanics check. It is going to be 3 purple.
Repair a system.
Did you already steal my point, Iris?
No.
It's been like that
I
since the
haven't-
start. You just haven't flipped it.
Give me that.
Constructing new items.
But since you're bringing it up,
Don't you do it.
Alright. So mechanics, you said 3 purple, right?
Yeah.
Okie doke. Oop. Here we go.
where's Veloska's office, Joe?
Veloska's office?
Yeah, where's the set.
Well, you're not in the office yet. You are on the outside of it, which I don't have a scene for. But you, as you are fiddling with the, I can't even remember the word, the door. This is the first time you've ever tried to like diffuse something you were expecting, Kaya. And I will, for 2 threat, I'm just gonna I'll take you down 2 strain, because it is very, very tense for obvious reasons. You are dealing with what could be an explosive device pinned to a door, and that is very scary.
Understandable.
But as you fiddle with it, you find that it is in fact it is in fact diffused. In fact, as you are fiddling with it, you find that the bomb is actually not even there.
What?
It looks like somebody has completely de-rigged the thing from exploding.
Okay, that's concerning.
Time to go somewhere else.
Yeah. Alright. I imagine Kai had everyone stay the fuck back, only one man down lane.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, good luck with that.
What do you mean good luck? With only one man down lane?
Good luck with that.
Okay. Fucking turns around, sees she's not the one man down lane. What the fuck, Lockhart? Anyway, we have bigger problems. She's gonna just gesture and fucking go back to the fucking vehicle. We gotta go. And she is going to, imagine just hand on the brim of her hat. Just like, yeah, so, good news, bomb didn't go off. Bad news, someone already took care of it. It's already gone. So, someone else already got in.
Veloska steps forward, and he has his trademark over-the-shoulder black duffel bag, and he just unzips it and pulls out a shotgun. The same shotgun he had when he left.
Well, full circle. It comes full circle.
And he walks over to the door, and if you don't stop him, he is going to open it.
Oh, fuck, I guess we're going in?
What?
What the fuck?
Put a hand on his shoulder.
You put a hand on his shoulder. He stops.
I would rather you not get.
You want it in? This is how we get in.
I'd rather you not get ambushed. She'll push past him. Creak the door open. Peek first.
It looks
like
abandoned.
Oh, completely abandoned.
It looks like ransacked and like completely picked clean of stuff.
Are there any footprints? Is there dust? Like, it's been a hot second.
There's dust, and there are footprints scattered around, like people were moving around and about in the area.
Many people.
Yes, like at least 5-ish, probably.
Okay. Does it look like there's any type of like trash, like something like if it were squatters? Yeah. Does it look like it was trash? Okay, so it looked like there were squatters here.
Possibly squatters. There's like discarded snack wrappers. There are a few boxes and containers where.
Joe?
Hold on. There it is. My mic crapped out for a second.
Okay.
Yeah, but there are discarded snack wrappers, and there are a couple of boxes that look like they held bandages or other medical supplies that were just kind of. It looks like they were ripped off the shelf, yanked open and thrown over the shoulder.
Okay.
But you can see that there's no one immediately visible.
Are there cameras?
Yeah.
In Veloska's shop? No.
Well, yeah, but can we check to see if someone added any?
From what you can tell, just peeking in, there does not appear to be any additional camera stuff.
Okay.
Lockhart will move in, look in the bathroom first, because like that's right by the front door, isn't it?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
When you walk in,
the SWAT thing of like moving quietly.
Mm-hmm. As you move in, Veloska steps in and will move in behind you. And you step in, check the door, the bathroom, no one in there. Though the bathroom, the little like mirror cabinet is ripped open, nothing's behind it anymore. The bathroom looks a sight. There's like old water that has not drained completely in the tub. There's stains of mud or blood. It's hard to say. But there's no pieces of anything. So you're mostly safe. There's no one hiding out for sure.
Okay. Just double checking. When we opened the door, the explosive wasn't still on the door, right?
Correct. It was popped off.
Like gone. Okay. Just want to make sure.
Yeah, so someone saw an explosive and went free real estate.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Check the bedroom next.
You go into the very back bedroom. It was a small bedroom to begin with, so checking it is not very difficult. There's no underneath the bed. It sits right on top of a storage area where there's drawers and under like compartments underneath, all picked clean. The bed is completely ripped up. There's no sheets or blankets, anything on it. There's no pillows. The bed itself has some kind of stains. There's brown and yellowish looking stains that are possibly more blood or some type of medical fluid of some kind. It's, again, hard to say.
Looks like it's clear.
Veloska, roll me. What do I want you to roll me? I want you to roll me, Lockhart, a perception check. But you can't add your blue on this because being alert does not help you here.
Okay. How many purple?
It'll be 2 purple.
Okay.
Veloska is a hard man to read. He generally keeps a very flat kind of expression that ranges from disgruntled to not that disgruntled. But in this moment, you see a different expression where he doesn't have his brow line like furrowed or creased with concentration. And he doesn't have his kind of trademark scowl. He is instead standing around in the room, and his weapon is held down, not at the ready as if he's looking to point it at anyone. He just turns in place, and you can see he looks like off. It's like a very neutral expression almost, which is unusual for him.
I mean, Lockhart will note it down, but she'll look at him, but she won't say anything. As much as she's advanced, she's still not the emotional type.
Mm-hmm. The place has been picked clean of all technology. The rolling carts, they're still there, but the medical equipment and everything is gone. The panels and monitors and everything is gone. Even the posters that were on the wall are gone. Veloska just shrugs. I don't know what I expected. He turns around and just goes, "But we're here." And he sticks his fingers in his mouth and does like the really loud whistle.
I imagine Kai was by the door, just in case.
Mm-hmm.
Just peeks her head in, getting an actual good look around the place and the state it's in. Like, well, do we want to stay here, or do we want to try a look at the apartment? Because we know that place is good. And it's the only other place where Lynn already knows about.
Veloska turns to you.
To which one?
To Lockhart.
Okay.
Oh, sorry. She said again. That's up to you.
Kai just looks around, and I mean, this place is essentially just ransacked completely. There's nothing here. And it's, I feel like, no condition to be used as a place for medical treatment, I think. At least that's the vibe I'm getting.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
It seems like whatever medical stuff has happened here has been very roughshod.
Mm-hmm.
This isn't super surprising.
Mm-hmm.
For the area that Bluska had set up shop, he was the defender of his own turf and his own property, and made a name for himself in a slummy part of Seishan Ward. So it's not the most surprising to him that once he abandoned it, it became what it was.
Yeah. Alright. Kai just gonna take a breath. It's like, yeah, I think we're better off just going back home. Or at least to the apartment. Not to mention, we don't know who took that explosive since they just took it. Or if they'll be back for some reason. Also, I'm sorry that this happened to it.
He just holds up a hand and kind of scrunches his nose. Doesn't say anything more than that. He just kind of wants you. He just puts a hand up to stop no, don't apologize.
She'll shrug and just gesture back towards the door. Yeah, there's no place. We might get sick if we try and treat people here.
JJ elbows his way and he's like, all right, what's the plan? This place looks like a dump.
Yep. And so, if you don't mind, could we go back to, Adam's ward?
Oh. No skin off my teeth.
Teeth?
Did you hear the first part of that?
Yeah, he said no skin off my teeth.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I've never heard that expression. Usually it's no skin off my back or something. So I was like, wait, teeth?
Mm-hmm. I think I fucked up the expression. What is it? I don't remember. Whatever. It's fine.
Yeah.
It's a JJ classic, you know?
Yeah. Cultural differences and all that. Different phrases.
Yeah,
exactly. Alright, fucking messaging. Man, updating the plan. Where we're actually going.
To the home sweet home.
Home sweet home.
Yeah.
I guess he's gonna like that a lot less.
Yeah. It's like, it's opening message, don't be mad.
Huh. Why does that sound familiar?
Mm-hmm.
Don't be mad. We're going home.
As you guys are having this conversation, Valerie walks over to you, Locke. And she slides up to you and just kind of surveys the area in a very similar way to you that you do. She surveys it, kind of scanning it for threats. But she walks up and gets herself shoulder to shoulder with you If I'm done, then I'm free to leave. I assume the contract is complete.
Yes, I suppose it is.
Valerie gives you like a hard look. She inhales, and exhales through her nose.
You. Hang on, I'm gonna roll something.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Nice.
What was it?
It's a 69.
69. Yeah, boy.
If
Spit it out.
If
Spit it
Mhm.
out.
interested, I extend the contract.
Valerie considers this. He is trying to read your expression. What is Lockhart feeling in this moment?
She's feeling like she's not used to kind of expressing herself like this, but she is trying to give off the impression of like, I still want you around kind of thing,
Mm-hmm.
but without saying it. She's definitely feeling like there's a small hope that there's definitely a bit of hope in her, but there's also a lot of doubt that that's pointless to get her hope.
Valerie sees this, and there's a change in her demeanor. She kind of straightens herself up a little bit, and she opens her mouth to start and closes her mouth, and then says, I think it's only right to serve out the contract until you're at a safe location. And once there, we could consider the deed done. And then I want to talk to you. And she points at your chest.
Is that not?
JJ claps his hands together and just goes, okay, let's get a move on. This place sucks, and we've got places to be.
Yep.
And JJ will shoo everyone out.
Yeah, let's fucking go. Kaya's already thinking about, oh my god, the second I get in the door, I'm making so much coffee.
You gotta wrangle your children first.
Oh, fuck, right?
I forget, you elected to have, which one of them babysit?
Robin, I think.
Robin, yeah.
Robin was the most, like, I don't know. I kind of hate saying this.
Currently present?
Yeah. I was gonna say, like, cognizant, aware, mature.
Yeah.
I hate using the word mature.
But
yeah, they're babysitting.
They're babysitting.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone piles back into the AV and takes off.
Mm-hmm.
Now, it takes another good half hour to get back to your home in Adams Ward. But you make it there safely.
Mm-hmm.
There are patrols all over the Skyway, and you can see that in certain areas they're trying to restrict air traffic, but they don't seem to stop JJ's aerial vehicle at all. Possibly because of the exterior, which is a jet black kind of blocky construction, which gives the appearance of a SWAT vehicle of some kind.
Too
and
edgy.
They might just they assume that it might just be one of their own. Who's to say? But you make it back to home sweet home. And JJ will drop everyone off. And you can file out and head up to your respective abode, which is going to be... Oh boy. Okay, hold on.
Very crowded.
It's going to be very crowded. So we have Marcus, Sprite, Veloska, Valerie. JJ won't be there because he is going to pick up the others, but then there will be Cosmic, Ben Getty, and Maxine, assumedly.
Don't forget the reason why we're going back here. Lindis.
And Lindis.
Ooh, Jesus Christ, Lockhart. You okay carrying her this long?
Very tired. she might and like this is 100% accidental. Lay Lindis a little hard in her bed, like a little bit unceremoniously.
Lindis' room was only like half packed.
Perfect.
Yay.
I will put Lindis in her bed.
Yep.
As you plump her down in her old room. The bed just creaks and groans under the weight. But she doesn't break it.
Thank Christ. God forbid.
Marcus and Sprite immediately crash on the couch. They are both exhausted out of their mind. Valerie stands close to the door, as does Veloska.
Say, if Veloska is willing, have him do a once-over on Lindis while she is passed out.
Yeah.
That might be good. Probably inform them of the situation of what she is now. While we wait for JJ to arrive with the others.
He may not be able to figure out everything, but he can figure out a few things.
This is true.
Uh-oh. Hello?
Robo Joe?
Is it? Okay, Robo Joe. Not Robo Amy.
Oh, I just heard bzzz.
Yeah, I can't hear the stream anymore.
Neither can I. And I don't hear Joe either.
Yeah,
Rip.
I think we lost Joe.
F.
It's time for
F.
anarchy.
Perfect group to do it.
Rip Joe. Alright. So we're gonna take over the entire station.
I mean, it feels like we might have to, not gonna lie.
Oh, yep. Server's going down.
Oh.
Oh. Rip.
Rip. So how's everyone's day going?
Man, why the fuck is it only Wednesday? It needs to be Friday again.
Yeah, I definitely agree.
Mm-hmm. Hmm.
I sucked ass.
Aw. Oh, there goes the stream. And there goes the Joe.
So Joe.
Yep. I hope he's not,
Yeah.
like, describing shit.
That would suck.
I think
Right?
at this point he would realize.
Yeah.
It's like, how long is he allowed to talk in this game without one of us interrupting him?
Mm-hmm. I'm having trouble showing restraint.
About what?
The Kaya art's almost done.
Mm.
I have been told that it is 98% done. Oh,
He
he
knows
lives!
Kind of.
How was it almost 10 o'clock already?
Because we started late.
We didn't even start that late. Fuck.
Yep. I knew if he had not popped back into chat, he was on his phone.
Yep. Oh yeah, I forgot we have a bunch of XP, but I never... Oh, wow.
So we may not be getting a Joe back tonight.
Spider-Man. On the right side, next time we have a session, we can just reconvene.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Goodbye, server.
Find it funny because I am just not clicking anything, so the server is still up for me. I can
Same.
still see.
Oh yeah, I wasn't clicking anything either, it just
Ah,
died.
there it goes.
Yep.
Oh, I'm the last to die. Oh, there we go.
Well, I'm just gonna turn this off.